Okay, Cameron,
Yes.
can you introduce a bit about yourself?
Okay. I'm Cameron Wu. I'm an interior designer and I've been based in Singapore for the past 18 plus years. I'm Australian, born in Papua New Guinea, and basically live and work in this region, practicing internationally in residential design, hospitality design, product design, anything to do with design. You know, that's what I've been doing.
So, well, when I look at your portfolio websites, I see a lot of luxuries, apartment, houses, villas, maybe.
Yes.
Is that what your client is?
It is actually. At the end of the day, you know, we are basically purveyors and curators of editing a lifestyle, you know, and a vocabulary that speaks of, you know, the modern voice of luxury in Asia. You know, what does that mean? You know, there are, you know, luxury comes in many different forms. Like in Australia, for instance, it's what we always call barefoot luxury.
Barefoot.
Yes, where it's all sensory. You know, and today I think more so than everywhere else, you know, wellness is the new luxury, isn't it? Well-being. You know, that's why so many resorts have popped up, and, you know, Javanese lulur and all these byproducts from Thailand to do with soaps and aromas and body care. And, you know, just to improve your body, your temple, which is your home for your soul. And so this translation has gone from home to body and then back to home. And I think people are really, really acutely aware of not only taking care of themselves and their home, but the planet now. I mean, there's why I believe there's a real, you know, strive to take care of the planet, our own home, our own habitat, because it's where we live.
True.
You know, you don't treat your home like a garbage dump, right? I mean, it's your sanctuary.
Yes.
So that's, I think, this whole evolution of luxury and care and well-being is all very interconnected right now.
If you're saying it's like, well, in Indonesia, that is how we live. Basically, lulur, connected with the environment, working with natural materials and stuff.
Yes.
If that is considered as luxury, then how to define luxury?
Well, you know, many, many years ago, luxury was seen more like by people, by buying a brand, by carrying a bag, etc. But really, true luxury these days is time. Time for yourself. How do you actually obtain time? By making peace with yourself, by finding yourself. We're paying a lot of money these days to do nothing.
Correct. Yeah.
Right, Eugenio? People will go to the ends of the world to do nothing, to find themselves. It's mental. It's no longer just material. It's mental. And I think it's a combination of both, particularly when it comes to designing people's homes. It's obviously the physical built space that we're creating, but it's infused with all these other elements of serenity and wellness and mental well-being. So, you know, that's why I think it's so important when people are, when there's a huge influx of social media these days. It's all very visual.
True.
But to me, the real test of luxury is when you walk into that interior or that space, you feel it.
Yes.
You can't explain it, you feel it. And that's what we do. And many people have said, it's not just what we see in a CWD interior as an image. When you walk into it, you know it. You feel it.
So what is the secret then?
I don't think there is a secret. I think it's really understanding your client's way of life and what they actually treasure and prioritize. You know, it's such a personal journey when we do anybody's home. I am so privileged to be let in to their lives, and they share so much with me. From their brand of underwear to, you know, what they like to cook, how they like to entertain, how they wish to spend their time. And, you know, inevitably, we always become friends at the end of every project. And I have been back to so many clients' homes to have dinner In fact, another client this morning rang me. I did her home in 2008, and she said it's exactly the same. And I believe it because I've been back a few times. And she reminded me again, Cameron, is exactly the same as how you designed it for me. And I just now need to perhaps replace the leather on my dining chairs because it's starting to peel. And I said, do you know that's called patina? And some people love that.
True.
Because it's about authenticity. It's about wear and tear. It's about history. You've lived in that chair. You love that chair. Those chairs have welcomed your glutes over the years, and they know you and you know it. And I said, you know, I don't think you should change it. But of course, if you really want to, I'm there for you. But it's been there since 2008. So it's nearly, 17 years, 18 years? Yeah.
So it's not always about a grand visuals and expensive marbles and the glitz and glams.
I think that's the last thing that I'm looking at, to be honest, when I'm designing.
Good.
You know, one of the things in terms of practical approaches to design, I've always said to clients, when we design, you know, people always talk to me about budgets. To be very honest, I don't even look at that. And people are going, and I'm sure you might be going, what? Why is he crazy? Because I don't think good design is derived by a monetary objective. Good design is timeless. That's what it is. So whether or not you pay me $1,000 or whether or not you pay me $1 million, I am still going to do my very best for you. But of course, I prefer the $1 million.
Yeah, of course.
I will take that. But what I'm trying to say is that, you know, there is no metric financially for me to design less for you because of any sort of budgetary consideration. I always feel that once the design is optimal, that is the plan in moving forward. And really, the financial constraints are then governed by materiality. But you're not going to change how that design should be. If you believe in it and you know it's good and you know it's been very well considered, then that's the way forward. Because it's about space, it's about layout, it's about the elements. The materiality is then laid onto it. So you can put cement or you can put diamonds. Obviously, diamonds cost more than cement, as an example, but it doesn't take away the good design, you know? But definitely materiality has an effect. And, you know, one of the things that I've discovered is that people in this part of the world have had some disdain for their own materials in their own backyard. But I embrace it. I've just shown you some of the furnitures that we've created, and they incorporate indigenous materials native to our geography: coconut wood, shell, kapiz, chagrin, Makassar, all these exotic timbers and hardwoods. And you know what? People sometimes think, oh, they're so provincial. They're not glamorous like what we could get in the West, etc. But we've been able to demonstrate that a very humble material like the coconut can be elevated to something extraordinary.
Sure. So it's not just about the material.
No, it's the design. And how, as a designer, can you embrace the material that you have and look at its inherent qualities to elevate it, to give it status, to give it enhancement? You know, it's beautiful in its own right. Every material is beautiful in its own right. But it's our responsibility as designers to find its inherent qualities, you know, and to really express it.
Okay. So, I think what you are saying needs a lot of experience, because it's all about taste. It's all about, I don't know, trial and errors, maybe?
Well, I don't think it's so much about taste. I mean, I would like to discuss that. You know, taste to me is very much governed by an aesthetic that you've been taught.
True.
So, for instance, having been born and raised in Papua New Guinea, and in some countries, if you put a bone through your nose, it's considered beautiful. But in the West, they would go, no, I don't think so. There's a disagreement there. So I think aesthetics, like taste, is a learnt vocabulary. But there is something that's beyond just being taught. There are principles of aesthetics, like proportion. Like, for instance, everyone in the world can look at classical architecture from Greece, for instance, like the Parthenon and the columns. Sure. They may not know what governs the beauty, what metrics there are, but we all now know and understand that there's a mathematical proportion, right? And in nature, it's called the Fibonacci series. The spiral. True. That is God's metric and principles of aesthetics. So there are rules that you could follow, but I do think that taste is learnt and acquired. But true aesthetics is governed by a set of principles, and that's why it's important to learn about design. Is to be, to be a good designer, you do have to learn. I mean, there is a basis for that. It's not just made up, know.
Okay, because right now, like in social medias, everything, like, for me, it's like becoming the same everywhere.
Yes, vanilla.
Yeah, it's becoming, vanilla.
Yes,
and everyone trying to be like expensive or luxury. But sometimes it's a bit tacky for me. Like,
it is, isn't it?
And it's not the real luxury, right?
Yes.
How do you for the young designers or maybe students of design, how do they learn or maybe understand that is not the direction that luxury is?
I think luxury is discovered within yourself as to what you feel is important to you and how you design it for yourself. For instance,
so it's not about numbers, it's not about materials, it's about understanding the clients.
It's understanding the client, and to really understand their way of life.
So it's not about us forcing, this is how you're supposed to live, but it's all about the other way around.
Correct. And you know what? I've been fortunate enough in working with private clients who've allowed me into their lives. They have the best ideas. They lead the best life already. They just need someone like me to edit and be the conduit to help them funnel and develop and edit and realize what they have, because they have no formal training in design. But they do understand what they want. They do understand how they live, and to them, they're just. I'm a conduit. I help edit. If, for instance, you have an artwork that is green and gold with dots all over it, and you love it, it's my job to make it work. It's my job to make sure that it looks beautiful in the home that I create. I will find a place for it. I will create a home for it. That's my role.
So basically, you need the complete trust from your client to do that, right? And that is not easy to do.
It never is. And I think that as much as clients choose you as a designer, I choose them as well, whether or not they know it.
Oh, that is privilege.
Yes. Because, that's why I always insist on having a meeting in my office first, in the privacy of a room where we can just, chat and see. And I don't necessarily want to be influenced by, their home right now. I just want to know them, who they are, what can I do for them, how could I help them,
So everything is tailored.
Correct. So I want to know them. And, that first meeting is really important. And they probably don't realize that as much as they're assessing me, I'm assessing them as well, whether or not we could work. Yes. And is there a respect to be able to engage us to be part of their lives for the next 2 to 3 years? Because really, a wonderful home does take time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And people think, oh, give it to me in 6 weeks. Sure, I can give it to you in 6 weeks, but it's not the result I want to give it to you. And so, it's getting to know them. And I think people in Asia are going to go, 2 to 3 years? Are you kidding me?
Everything should be fast.
Yes.
Now.
Now, I could do that, but it may not be you, right? And don't forget that along the way, we'll be talking about artwork acquisitions, like I do for many clients. I may find things that I think are beautiful and entirely them, that they may not have had the time or the resources to go skillfully to go looking for art. And I think that's one of the things in Asia that younger clients are now more interested in, but don't know how to go about it.
Yeah.
So I help them be introduced to that, and where is your interest? Because art is a very important part of the interiors and the home that we create for people. And I will seek out artists to commission work for my client, for their home.
I see. So, did you ever get a client that don't know what they want? Like,
you know what? Many people, or I won't say many, I would like to qualify that. I think there are some clients that actually say, I don't know what they want. And this is a concern to me, but it's my job to find out what it is that they want. I do believe that they all eventually know deep down what they want, but maybe they're too scared to express it. Sometimes, let's talk about the issue of budgets. Sometimes clients may not wish to really reveal what their real budget is. And I think this is a big mistake, because when we're going to be working very close, I really need to understand that eventually, because when we implement, there's never a blank checkbook, So for designers out there who think there is a blank checkbook and what we do in the field of luxury and residential design, forget it. It does not exist. Okay. What it is that you have to be a professional and you have to understand how to get the best value with how your client wishes to spend. Because it's also a stressful experience in renovating or building. Because there are so many other factors. There are so many stakeholders and collaborators and hiccups along the way. The last thing you want to do is to add to that by not understanding your client's budget expectations as well. So there is a business to it, guys, in terms of, doing design. It's not just spending other people's money, okay? I mean, you do have to be very respectful.
That's the fun part of it.
Yes, that's right. And when you get that right, when you get that balance right, then it's good, then it's fine.
Do you have any advice, like, for young interior designers that want to enter the luxury market, and of course they want to build the portfolios?
Yes.
Should they? What should they do? Like,
seek a mentor.
Seek a mentor,
like I did.
Okay.
Identify people whom you really admire and work for them, because you don't know luxury at 18. You might think you do, right? Luxury is not buying the latest bag from duty free at the airport. Okay. That's not luxury. It is really a sense of understanding of human behavior and to appreciate how people live. When you actually work with a mentor, they will introduce you. It's an internship. It is never an overnight thing.
Sure.
It is about being interned, mentored. You have to be interior design Padawan. Find your design Jedi, and be that design Padawan. Yeah.
Okay.
Because, it's a bit like this. This may not be for everybody, but when you're younger and you might sip some wine and you go, oh my God, it's so bitter, it's horrible. Why would anyone drink that? But as you get older, you appreciate that. Another thing is like, avocados, like I never used to touch that. It was growing, outside my mother's kitchen in Papua New Guinea, and they were huge and wonderful. And now I eat an avocado almost every day.
Toast? Toast?
Smashed avocado on toast, so very Australian.
Okay,
But you know what I'm doing all the time?
What?
I use hummus and avocado. I mix that with lemon juice, and that's my butter spread
nice.
every morning.
Nice.
I use that on everything. Just some facts about me. I go through a kilo of hummus myself.
Oh no!
Every week and a half.
Oh no!
That's how much I use it. Yeah.
Wow.
Does it show?
No. Well, yeah. Well, in Indonesia, I think there's there's some designers that label themselves as a luxury interior designers, but their portfolio is, it's all about the glitz and glam, and it's all right. So sometimes we as a designer also guide or maybe educate the clients and the society, maybe. Right?
Yes.
It's part of our role.
That's right.
As a designer. Right. But I don't know. Maybe that's just the superficial levels.
Let's bring it down to something more personal for me. Yesterday, our lovely creating designer / writer Stella introduced and brewed for me a wonderful cup of tea, which was called passion fruit.
Passion fruit tea.
And the passion fruit tea, and I said to her, my God, this is what I want to drink after my morning swim, right, in the ocean. And this just invigorates me. It's filling me with passion for design, energy to do things. And then she introduced me to another tea from Indonesia, which was a lychee tea. And I said, oh, this tea is when I wind down before I go to bed. Listening to some music, doing quiet reading. This is going to help me sleep. These are the things that I think I really appreciate. These are the little moments of luxury. I mean, the fact that someone curated those foods, like the lychee and also the passion fruit, and desiccated it and basically created this brew, and it was in this beautiful little muslin bag that I was able to just really inhale. That to me is luxury. And I thought about my life, about what I do after my swim. I want that passion fruit tea. And I said, by the way, that would do so well in Bondi. We have to get it out to Bondi in Australia.
So, let's say if suddenly all over the world people start liking this passion fruit tea,
yes,
is it considered luxury? I mean,
do you mean to say luxury is the exclusive preserve of the very few?
True.
You know what?
Still considered.
Is mental health the exclusive preserve of the very few? I think everyone is entitled to it in some way. I think, there are many definitions of luxury, and I think we've got to stop thinking it's got to be just exclusive. I think it's more than that now. If for instance you can attain well-being, right, that's luxury, because today we are just so time poor. So is it the exclusive preserve of the rich who have time? No, we always strive for that, right? So no, I think there are different ways of reaching out to people, right, in a small way for luxury. But in terms of interior design, at the moment, to hire an interior designer, yes, there is a cost at a certain socio-economic level. But an interior designer, I believe, is also we help heal people. Why do I say that? Because we're creating a sanctuary at home. We're healers.
Safe
We're
places.
home healers. Yes. And that's why I go out of my way to find anything that's healing, both visually, mentally, physically. So I go back to the lychee tea. It healed me. It invigorated me. I was filled for passion, like I can now go and design some more.
So it's not about the exclusiveness of
No,
things.
not necessarily. There are times, of course, you know, to do with materiality and antiquity. You know, there is a limited number. So, but that's a financial aspect of it. But that's not the reason why you bought it in the first place. You know, because that's just the metric of, okay, the value is that there's only 10 of these in the world. And did you buy it because there's only 10 in the world? Or did you buy it because you loved it?
Well, most people don't know.
Well, to me, I think you buy what you love. And we will make it work. As I said.
So what is your most challenging project so far?
Most challenging? I wouldn't say so far, but I would say one of my first projects that no one really knows that I did when I came to Singapore was a 3-story bomb shelter.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yes. So it was a separate building connected to a what we call in Singapore a good class bungalow, which is a detached house. And my clients really believed that the end of times were near. Now, did I believe that? Not necessarily. They could have been right. And I thought, well, why not? At least I know where I'd go if anything happened.
Hello. Yeah,
that was my insurance. Space for me. I made sure. And and so it was a 3-story bomb shelter, and I had to include a little infirmary, a living room, a dining space, chemical suit bags, body bags.
Wow.
A degas chamber. And I worked with an ex-Israeli general.
That is interesting.
To do with how to actually ensure the walls did not wave in a nuclear attack, and how the window openings could be sealed off, all of those things, but yet still make it very livable. There you go. Have you heard that ever before?
I was like,
so for the people who don't know about Singapore, it is mandated that you have a bomb shelter
right now.
Yes, in your apartment complex or your standalone home. So everyone needs to have one, particularly if it's going to be a new construction, so that in an event of any national emergency, you have somewhere to escape to. What happens outside of that, whether or not you wish to live after the devastation, who knows? But at least, you know, that's what you have. So that's what I'm talking about, everybody, was a 3-story bomb shelter.
That is very interesting.
Yes.
So how long is the project?
Well, it had to be built from scratch, so it took 2 years. And the stakeholders were, as I said, a retired or ex, general, and basically, with engineers, and we were able to actually develop the concept for them. And at the end of the day, the client said to me, oh my God, it's so nice that she wants to retreat in there to have it as a personal study, you know.
Okay.
Never mind the body bags on level 2, but
that is my taste. That's what I like to see.
And there was room for helpers as well. Yes. So she didn't forget about that. Of course, she needed help, you know, at the end of time.
Interesting. So, do you have any advice, maybe, or maybe encouragement, I don't know, for the young designers out there who wants to enter the luxury market?
You know what? My advice is what I mentioned before, is basically find your mentor. Respect your mentor. Stick by with him and her, because it takes time to acquire that knowledge. Don't do what others did maybe 10 years ago and were like the wildebeest following the money trail all the time. 6 months here, 12 months there, never really acquiring real depth of knowledge and experience. Stick by your mentor, know who you're going to be working for, why you're working for them, and let them know, I really want to learn from you. You know, so, would you honor me with the privilege of imparting your knowledge to me? Because it is a privilege. Don't expect it. It's a privilege. You know, it was a privilege for me to learn from those people. Learning is by osmosis. The more you do, the more you learn.
Yes, it's true.
Right?
Yeah.
There's no formal class. Shadow him or her. Follow them. Right? See how they speak to their clients. How they interact with the stakeholders. What are they looking for? They have a very discerning eye. Respect that.
Okay, one last thing. Do you think style is somebody can learn?
Yes, style can be taught because it's an aesthetic, it's a learned vocabulary.
So they can change it.
Yes, but style is not mutually exclusive to design. I think people actually intertwine the two words, design and style. You know, style can be arbitrary. It can be governed by trend, popular culture. But design inherently has a basis of determining good design outcomes. You know, it's about design thinking. It's more intellectual, whereas style is more on popular culture. So guys, don't get the two mixed up. And I think when you go to design school, you learn the difference between design and style.
So because some people can do like flower arrangement, like very simple, but somehow it turns to be very interesting.
Except fantastic.
Yeah, and some people learn so much, maybe years of learning the flower arrangement thing. But the result is not there.
Well, you know, I think it's got to do with what someone said. You know, like, I like to have a Caesar salad. And, you know, no one ever talks to you about proportions. It's your skill as instinct. It's your intuition. Some people have it, you know, that's to do with style as well. You know, like a little bit more salt, a little bit more parmesan, you know, how much, you know, olive oil, etc., how you sort of like mix that consistency of the dressing, you know. And are you surprised that a lot of interior designers are also very good cooks?
Well,
because I'm sure you are a good cook.
I can cook.
Yes, but I'm sure you have a way, right? You know, the reason why I say that is because, you know, we deal with proportions, you know, in terms of design. So we understand proportions and ratio, and we apply that. We taste, we season, we trial, smell. So we're very acutely aware of those things, and these are natural skills that we have. Or no, not just natural. These are trained skills that we have, that we've been honing in our profession, in the way we do things. And some people, you know, they have a flair for this, you know, and they are inherently very good for it. And it's a God gift, you know. It's basically, they know, they can't explain it. But if they probably studied design, if they were able to go down that path, they'd probably be brilliant at it, you know. Because there is a measure of natural talent when you do design. There's a reason why you are called to do design. You know, because you do inherently have something to offer.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, I think it is a very interesting conversation with you. My perspective of luxury is changing right now.
Okay.
You are really bringing a lot of stories and perspective also.
Right.
So I hope all the audience and young designers, maybe the students of design, can learn something from today's conversations. So thank you so much for your time.
Oh, well, thank you for your time and taking the time out of your busy schedule at today's fair to speak with me.
No, it
enjoyed speaking with you. And
I really love speaking with you, chatting with you.
All right.
Thank you so much, Kevin.
Bye.
Bye.